Yes, yes. Should be right here. Wow, wow, wow. I expected the big Joyce to take punches early, but to come into it, but he was waxed, man. He was completely waxed. Man. People said, right, let me get this right. My boy Polish Sausage goes, I said Zhang was his bogeyman, and people didn't believe me. Well, you were right, brother. You were right, brother. I just thought that he would take a few punches early and he would get back into it, but he got fucking waxed, man. Big Joe Joyce. And I'm a big Joe Joyce fan. And I'm sad, but I'm also a big Zhilei Zhang fan. Huh? And now, and now, you know, there's no more. The Juggernaut era is finished. There's no more Jugger Chad. It's a Jugger Bum. And big Zhilei Zhang goes on. And he was so measured. He was so measured. He was so. Uh, his concentration was so good. Yeah, so we got back in the game. How's it going, Chat Chubby? Well, I'm a bit shocked, brother. To be honest with you, I didn't think. I'm not saying, obviously, I'm not saying Zhilei Zhang wouldn't win, but in that manner, whew, Mitch Ward's Joyce has developed the fear already where the chin is broken. This time's calling like, yeah, it is. Because he's 38, right? I, I've said many times, I like the Big Bang, I like Joe Joyce, but wow. I even when Joyce was catching punches and getting hit, I thought I just thought, that's okay. He's gonna take punches early and he's gonna come on, and then boom, he got waxed, man. Whew. Chat shit gets zhanged. Yeah, that's how it turned out, man. Well, Joyce doesn't chat shit. He's likable. Joyce ain't gonna order a cheeky Chinese again, Bosh. Yeah, unfortunately, he got taken care of. Scott Hamilton, the jugger bum. I mean, I know it seems a bit mean to say that, but people have been saying for years Joyce is too slow. Even though he won a gold medal, well, he won a silver medal, but he basically won the gold medal because he got robbed and he beat all these guys. But everyone's going, he's not going to make it. And I made money on this man against Dubum, against Joe Parker. He got fucking waxed, man. He got fucking waxed, man. My boy Polish Sausage Fury step up and fight the Big Bang. Yeah. Yeah. No, yes. He needs to. Or they need to strip Fury. Because if you're going to carry on fighting MMA fighters and not fight, rated boxers, you should be dropped. Rhubarb Giraffe goes, how would Gay J fare against Zhang? You get banged. You get banged, man. My belief is that Gay J would get banged. Gay J was a much better fighter before when he had some confidence in himself and he went for the KO. As soon as he got chinned by Ruiz, Klitschko put him over, Joey DeWaco, apparently David Price, he lost his confidence, man. He lost his confidence, man. That chin was cracked. It was. And do I think it was stopped too early? I don't know. It's a hard one. It's a hard one, especially with these big guys. I liked him given a chance, but I was shocked. I was shocked when he went over. And he went over hard. Joe Joyce. He went over hard, man. That's boxing, man. And especially heavyweight boxing. When you're dealing with guys that are like 20 stone, Seashell 200. Is his training? Can you do any worse than the first fight? Well, I thought he was doing better. So, he wasn't getting caught as much. Excuse me. The first couple of rounds, he was being more clever, and then he got caught a bit in the third round. I still wasn't worried. I wanted Joyce to win because I had a bet on him to win by KO. and he took a few punches, and I thought, okay, it's getting a bit hairy, but I think you know Zhang will gas in a couple of rounds. Joyce always starts off slow, but I was wrong. And the Big Bang done the business, man. Polish sausage. Remember Joyce demolished Parker, and then he punched, didn't phase him. Good times. Everyone's chin breaks at some point. You can't all that nonsense. Oh yeah. What's that thing he paraphrased? Joyce. Oh yeah, everybody got a plan until they hit me in the face and nothing happens. I mean, that's just nonsense. I remember Jeff Fennick. You remember Jeff Fennick? And he's an Australian fighter. He was extremely tough, and then suddenly his chin went. Zuma Nelson banged him out, and then he got banged out by Calvin Grove, who couldn't punch. He got banged out by Philip Holiday, who couldn't punch. Fedor in MMA, his punch suddenly left him. Michael goes, he was beat from round 2. I don't agree. I think he was still in it. I thought Joe would lose the early rounds. I thought that's predictable, and that happens a lot. I thought he'd get back into it, but man, I was still shocked. That was one. And you look at Zhang's eyes, and you see the confidence in him. But you cannot rely on your chin taking a punch again and again and again and thinking it's going to save you. So, James Foster, yes, brother. What's up, James Foster? Zhang is a world-class boxer, and he is, man. But he's 40. I mean, it's kind of nuts. The thing is, I've seen him against Roberto Camarelli in 2008 Beijing Olympics, and he was light on his feet. I've talked about this before, and he was pinging, but now he's just a big lump. As Chinese power. And that was it, man. Sai, no, Joyce needs to retire. Yeah, I believe so, because he only started boxing at 21. But at the end of the day, you got to think about your health. Taking the little big punches to the head is not healthy. He's not a greedy guy. He's not a greedy guy. He's happy with his girl. He's happy with his what's called. He likes gaming. His gaming station. Yeah, I believe so. Retro says, "Yeah, I was right. Another prediction correct. Woohoo! Yeah, well done. And you could get as much as incredibly 10-1 for a Zhang win in the early rounds, and in the first fight it's 25-1, which is insane. But yeah, I'm a bit sad because I like Joe, man. Tom Schwartz, Polish sausage, who fought today. His bone got banged by Fury 2009 before Otto Wally fight. Otto Oil Drilling Wally. Yeah, that's right. But Schwartz also beat up his woman. Did he win? Yeah. It was Boxing Alex says Joyce got banged. Yeah, he got big bang Zhanged. And I was surprised. I have to be honest with you. I wasn't 100% confident. My prediction was that Joyce would win late on points, but I didn't. And even in the early part of the fight when he was getting hit, I thought, it's okay. I expect that. But that was, you can't really say much about it. I think it was stopped early. Having said that, I don't think it make any difference, man. My boy Taylor, I want to see Fury v Zhang. Yeah, 100%. Usyk v Zhang, But Fury is messing around. I mean, it's a different conversation. But should he be stripped? How can you just sit there on the heavyweight title and do nothing, man, and fight some MMA bum? He boxed at 22. He had a long amateur career. Oh, Joe Joyce, yeah. As he started, he did have a long amateur career at a high level, and he had 15 amateur fights. I have to be honest with you, man. I was shocked. Boxing Alex is Big Bag Charman, yeah, And he was, like I said, I like Chinese food, and I've been to many Chinese restaurants, but I've never seen a single man as big as the Big Bang Zhilei Zhang. But let me tell you, man. Uh, I, funnily enough, I seen him in amateurs, and he was more skitty. He was boxing well. His hands were low. Maybe the hugeness, the huge size suits him. You know, suits him. James Foster says, I believe Zhang would lay out Gay J by Millie White and Danny Bum. I 100% agree. I totally agree. I don't think Gay J would have the balls to fight him, man. The balls to fight him at all. Michael goes, Zhang done a million pay-per-view buys in China. Really? Well, then, if that's correct, then logically, Fury or Usyk should fight Zhilei. I mean, it'd be a huge fight, man. It'd be a massive fight. Don't get me wrong, like, boxing's not that big in China, but gambling is, and also it only takes a bunch of press articles, and then suddenly it's big. And imagine the Chinese people; they'd be like thrilled they've got a heavyweight like that, man. Journeyman Studio was cracking, big man. Yeah. I was shocked, to be honest with you. I was shocked. And I'm sad because I like Joyce. He's very likable. But also I like the Big Bang. So what can you say? Man? AEW. Well, I was mad wiped out, yeah. I was shocked. I was well, retrospectively, I'm not so shocked, which sounds weird. But a lot of people were saying like Zhang got Joe Joyce's number, and maybe he did. But to lay him out like that, man, come on, man. Privileged shit said Joyce got wrecked. He really did, and as I said again, I did not expect it. Cam says Chinese power, yeah, fucking hell. Michael, Zhang had got his number. A lot of people have said that, but frankly, I'm still shocked. I'm still shocked that. You know, I thought Joyce was doing okay the first couple of rounds. I knew he'd take a couple of shots, but I thought eventually he'd take over. But I was completely wrong. The Journeyman Studio, damn, Big Bang and a fucking suitcase on in them shots, man. And he looked, retrospectively, he looked so confident. His face in the corner in the fights. Palmo, what's up, Palmo? What's up, going, bro? I feel bad for Joyce. He seems like a good bloke, but his chin was his biggest strength. They always crack eventually. Yeah, yes and no. Like, he's a very likable guy. There's no doubt about that. But I find it weird that he won a gold medal. He got given the silver, but he was robbed. He was robbed against Yoka, and I think retrospectively, again, the gold medal, he won the ABAs. You know. And you know, it wasn't purely on his chin, but ultimately, Zhang was too much. AW Fury v Zhang is good fight. It's a super fight. Or Zhang vs Usyk, and you know I'm pretty good for Zhang. Fury v Zhang, I think Fury would win. But I just think Zhang has too much size on Usyk. He would outweigh Usyk by 70 pounds or something ridiculous like that. I mean, it's too much, man. Polish sausage. Schwartz for my decision against Ukrainian and German. Yeah, the Ukrainian journeyman, though, you're talking about is very tough, right? He's gone this. Is it the guy that went distance with Moses Satama? He also beat Matty Harris. He's fat, but he's tough. Boxing. Joyce punches is gone. It happens at that age usually. Yeah, quite often you get these guys and their punch resistance suddenly goes. And it's a shame. But yeah, Josh, most definitely retire. Seashell, Joe confidence gone. I don't think his confidence is gone. I think his punch resistance is gone. He tried to box Zhilei. It would look better if he just walked through and put it on, even if he lost. That was just all. I don't know. I thought he boxed okay in the first couple of rounds, man. Retro Zhang is going to be so avoided. Yeah, he is, of course. He's dangerous. He's huge, but he's still 40. So he hasn't got long. He hasn't got long. As I said, in my opinion, he's got a very good chance against Usyk. But against Fury, I think probably Fury. I don't know. It'd be a good fight, but I think Fury will win on points. No. What happened? Did you not watch, brother? You should have watched, brother. It was. I think Joyce won the first couple of rounds. Nothing much happened. And then he started to get hurt, and then he just got flattened by a single shot, man. You know, I was shocked. Daniel Hardy, man. Congrats to Zhang. He looked more patient to land the left. He did, actually. You're right. Joyce, to me, tried to box well, but a little too passive, in my opinion. But other than that, at least for the time of the rematch, both fought. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. You know, summary of events. Zhang looked patient. You know, he wasn't in a rush to land the left. He was waiting, and Joe was boxing a bit better. He's been a bit more careful, but it only takes one shot, especially when you're that big, man. Zoma. Joe's chin isn't the same after all the punishment he's taken over the years. You can't. You're right. I mean, you can't just carry on taking punch after punch after punch after punch. But, I mean, I just think everyone said he's too slow, he's not skilled enough, he looks like a novice. And I backed him because I thought, well, yeah, but he's getting results, but you got found out in the end. I really wanted Chinese now. Before the fight started, right? No joke. I was on forums and stuff like that, and they're talking about, everyone's making a bit of a joke about Chinese takeaways and cold pump. Well, I was like, man, I really want to eat that, man. I think it's a bit late now. Rice broken. Yeah, it was rice broken, man. Michael M. Seagrave should have counted slow to give Joe a chance. I thought I have to watch it again, but my immediate reaction was he stopped it a bit early. Would it make any difference? I don't know. I don't know. Michael also says, sorry, a different Michael. Joyce came in too heavy. I don't think it made any difference. It didn't seem to box any different, Yeah. By the way, everybody, just so you know, I've been remonetized. So if you want to super chat me, you can now super chat the Triple B and give some love. So yeah, if you got the time, give some love, man. My boy Daniel. Zhang beat Joyce, not the others that weren't fighting except now. Well, that's the problem. Like, he's 40, the Big Bang. So when does he get his shot at the title? The only fight for Zhang now is the title, and that's it. Are they going to give it to him? I don't know, man. My boy Zoma said, one good thing about the situation was see fish eyes fuming. I love seeing his blood pressure, right? Yeah, he's a wrong, isn't he? He's a wrong fish eyes, But Fish Eyes is one of the guys that's always got a plan B, And he's probably just rubbing his hands because he's made some money, My boy Cam, where does Joyce go from here? Man's 38, so I can't see much more from him. Well, if you listen, Joe Joyce is not greedy for money. He's got a nice girlfriend. He's got a nice family. He should retire. Frankly, because I would always be. I know he's a bit stilted and a bit, slow when he talks, but he would still be invited to many boxing shows to give his opinion. There's no point at this age to carry on risking your brain, man. James Foster, same thing. This is the end for Joyce. to me, he's one of the good guys. Unlike Cesaro, yeah, he's very, very likable. Joyce, very likable. He has never shown any anger, disrespect. Cesaro's plum, really. Um, but you got to worry about the man's health. At some point, you're going to be like, enough's enough. Enough's enough. Oh, I might get another 500 grand, but I get my head smashed. No, it's no good, man. It's no good, man. It's no good. Oh, Martin Smith. This is interesting. Anyone else remember the Sly movie? Sylvester Stallone, Paradise Alley. Slow Joe is a big Lawrence, but I've never watched that film. But now I'm interested, man. Yeah, it was one of his early films, Sly, man. Martin Joy trying to at me with the gun. Just, I don't think so. He's just doing his thing, man. He's not. Don't get me wrong, he'll do some odd stuff which will get views, like wearing a huge juggernaut helmet, but he's a very likable guy, man. No homo. I can't think of a more likable person really than Joe Joyce in boxing. So my boy Palmer, Chubby, you're right. Thank you, brother. Joyce definitely beat Yoko in the pros. The juggernaut, as his fights went on, that chin, he had no defense. He was chinning his other attributes would be now. Yeah, he did rely on his chin, but also his work rate, his relentlessness, But Yoko, he beat him anyway, and he would definitely beat him again. That's no problem, man. Zoma, Zhang vs. Sonny Edwards' fight. I'm just not sure that the big Zhilei Zhang, the Big Bang, will be able to cope with Sonny's accuracy and footwork. And I don't know, man. If I was Zhang, I'd stay away from that fight. Yeah. I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest with you. I wanted to see a battle of attrition, and I wanted to see the fight go on longer, and I didn't want to see either of them embarrassed. And Joe's not embarrassed, but he was still flat, it's yeah. I mean, Palmer, the juggernaut elbow was epic. It was also the big juggernaut. You ain't gonna fight with big juggernaut, big enough. We stepping out of Rolls Royce with my boy with the left hook like Joe Joyce. Yeah, it was epic, man. There's a guy did a song as well. It was funny, man. Juggernaut is Joe Joyce is like an autist, and I mean that in a good way. He's like he's not like most boxers. He'll sit there gaming on his computer. You know what I'm saying? Zoma Gijay would be a seat for that shop. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I believe so. I actually would have Zhang the favorite against Gijay. No, the Mon Gijay especially, because the Mon Gijay has lost his confidence, and once you take some of those southpaws as well, are very tricky if you're not used to them. So. Cal, I'm a bit shocked. I want to see Josiah fall out. No, come on, bro. That's a bit mean. Joe's a likable African boy. Well, he's half Irish, isn't he? Half, I don't know, African. He should retire. I believe so. He stutters a lot and slurs his speech already. Yes, a lot of people said that. I don't know whether it's just, I don't know whether it's just because he's a bit autistic or whether it's got worse. I don't know. Oh, my boy, Mr. Charles. God bless you, Mr. Charles. Thank you very much. £5. I just got remonetized, so I can now receive super chats. Which I don't make much money from this, right? I once worked, I made £2.50 an hour when I was monetized, but I've done all my videos for free for the last 9 months. I made no money, but it doesn't matter, man. I do it for the fans. Like fucking Ricky Hatton. But Mr. Charles would kind of give me 5 ounces. Big band fan here. I reckon he destroys KJ. 100% agree with you. I said this before. I said I KJ won't fight him. He'll be too scared, you know. And the southpaw stance and the big punches. Yes, brother. Thank you for the money. I much appreciate that, brother. Yeah, like just like someone said, he goes anywhere like KJ, anywhere near Zhang. No, he won't. But at some point, Eddie is going to have to cash out KJ, right? Because you can't go on forever, right? He's like what 34, and he at some point he should be like, I'm gonna cash my chips in. I'm gonna cash my chips in, right? And I thought, well, the Wilder fight is definitely cashing his chips in, or it's a big risk. The Zhang fight as well. So at some point he's gonna have to cash his chips in and get another huge payday and go. That's it, man. And then KJ will come out on the Graham Norton show. My boy Bobsy. Joyce did nothing. He felt like a rugby player who'd been thrown in. Yeah, well, he never looks good in the early rounds against a good fighter. He tried to fight differently. His eye wasn't swollen up, but he just got caught with a super shot. And the Big Bang's plan was probably even better the second time than the first time. It's heavyweight boxing, man. But it's over for the Juggernaut. And I was always been a big fan of Juggernaut, called him Jugger Chad. Well, maybe now it's a Jugger Bum. I don't mean that badly, but maybe now it's a Jugger Bum. You're finished. If Zhilei had lost, he'd be Zhilei the Big Bum Zhang. But he didn't, he win. And now we got Joe, the Jugger Bum. Because he looked awful. He looked awful. Polish sausage. Rosansky vs Badu Jack in Saudi Arabia. Predictions. Is this seriously happening? I got to think about that, bro. That seems a bit nuts. They're both old. Badu is a cruiserweight now, right? Rosansky's the bridgerweight. I don't know, man. I have to look into that. But thank you, bro. I'll have a look at that, man. By the way, if anybody wants to give me a super chat, it's now available after all this time. Where is Shane Bogos when you need him for £2.33? It don't matter, man. It don't matter. It don't matter. I've got so many fans commenting, which is great, by the way. But it's quite difficult to follow the line. Right, Sam and Hill. Giselle just said Joyce didn't train for this fight. He's pretty right. He definitely can't fight Southpaw. He was very overweight. It was as big as his belly looked big. But I didn't see anything different from the first fight and the second fight. Apart from the fact, instead of Zai sweating out, we just got chinned. I can't believe that Joe wouldn't have trained. I just think sometimes you get a fighter who's got your number. That's what they say, right? You got a fighter who's got your number. And I think this is the case with the Big Joe. Mr. Charles, what do you think of Itama? Oh, Moses Itama. He's a very strange one because I watched his amateur fights too, and he didn't lose single amateur fights, but they're against juniors, right? And a lot of these guys are they haven't filled up properly, but he's banging them out, looking good. And then in his pro fight, so he's banging everyone out, and then he had 2 distance fights, and then he banged the guy in a round. He looks 35. He's meant to be 18, but he looks 35. He even seems to have a receding hairline. I think it'll be very worth keeping an eye on him. And I found him quite interesting, right? He doesn't get excited. After the interviews and that, afterwards, he's like really, oh yeah, well, I don't think I did that well, actually, even though I knocked him out in a round. He's an interesting guy, definitely. Can he go far? I mean, any heavyweight you can bang. He's got a bit of skills. The problem comes is whether he can take a punch. That's where the problem comes, man. That's where the problem comes. Uh, I love. Oh, sorry. I love Lulu. Man, they said Joyce can beat Wilder. Like, say what? It's not impossible because of the heavyweight division. Well, it styles make fights, but also in the heavyweight division, Wilder is a massive puncher, but he's still whatever 38. I don't know, man. Heavyweight title fights can be very hard to call. Can be very hard to call, man. My boy Retro goes, Pommel, yeah, I'm fine with Joyce, but not fine with Do Quitter, Do Bum, Daniel Do Knee, quit against Usyk. He quit. He wasn't even taking hard shots. Like Usyk, he's not a big puncher heavyweight. He's like ding, 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 and he just took a knee. And someone like any one of the shots hit him. He's a quitter. He's a bully. He's a bum. Adam goes, oh God, it was a waste of time. Yeah, it was rubbish. It was all filled with prospects, against guys who've got 20-1 chance. I mean, obviously, the main fight was or should have been competitive, and I was buzzing for it. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed ultimately, but I don't think it's a bad match, man. Zhang deserved the win. Of course he did, man. He took care of fucking business, brother. He took care of business. You can't. The problem is he's 40. So what's he going to do now? The only fights are Fury, Big Bang, or Usyk, Big Bang. That's it. Can he get those fights done? Because you imagine, right? In 9 months, he's going to be almost 41. They got to hurry up. By the way, if anybody wants to give me a super chat, I'd be very grateful, man. Zoma. Why are all women boxers OnlyFans prostitutes? I assume that's a rhetorical question. Come on, man. The sickness among society. Women boxers are frauds. They masquerade as being boxers, and they're not. They're just rubbish. They can't punch. They're unskillful. 14, 13, 12-year-old boys would knock them out, man. My boy, without further ado, yes, yeah, brother. You're late in the game, blood. You're late in the game, my brother. Yeah, I love Lulu. Zhang looks very good, 40, very in shape, right? And heavyweights seem to age less fast, if you like, than other weight divisions. But having said that, it's all for heavyweight. He needs to fight with the heavyweight title. That's the only fight, man. Without further ado, Joe, face down ass. That's the way we like to nut. Face down ass up. That's the way we like to nut. That's terrible, man. That's terrible, man. It was Salas had success with Toronto reputation. Well, it's the same thing. It's not about how good they are. It's about how good the fighters are. Ben Davidson gets all these good fighters, on his resume, but how many journeymen, how many bums has he, taken to a bigger level? He hasn't, right? Okay. So it's just a joke. Few unboxers open their legs on camera more than I've often bottles of whiskey, and that's a lot. You like whiskey? Yeah, I mean, it's a joke. It's an embarrassment. Michael Maloney goes, Zhang can't beat Fury ever. I would make Fury the favorite, no doubt. But the problem with Fury is that is his heart in boxing? Is he going to train properly? I thought he lost a couple of earlier fights with John McDermott. I don't know, brother. Yeah, Luwei. Yeah, Luwei. Joyce's team are training to move around to the left, avoid Zhang's big left hand. That's right. So Zhang hit the big right hand, bring in, but yeah, I mean, and Zhang in his eyes, in his corner, looked so confident, man. But I still thought, I was still hoping that Big Joe would come up. Ben Cost, what do you think of Conor Bum return tonight? I mean, it's a joke. If you talk about, I mean, having said that, right, I think so many people are cheating, and most of them don't get popped. I don't really care that much. They'll make a big fight against him and, I don't know, Eubanks or someone in Saudi, and I don't know, man. When you're old enough, you watch enough boxing, you're cynical, bruv. You're cynical, bruv. You know what I'm saying? My boy Nick Zhang won't get a big fight at he's 43. Dubum probably next. Oh, hopefully not, man. Dubum is a bum. um, he's been shown up. He deserves nothing. Um, and that one of the problems with modern heavyweight boxing. When does Zhang get a shot? He needs it now. He needs it now. He should have the next shot, a mandatory against Usyk or Fury. You know, but will it happen? Well, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, Discord Dave. Yo, they don't want a war. They don't want a war with Big Corey, man. Big Corey. Actually, I really like that Big Juggernaut song. That's pretty cool, man. I'm a bit sad for him, to be honest. Like I said, I like both of them, so it's very difficult to watch a fight where you like both fighters, but you know, the Juggernaut's finished. He's not the Juggernaut anymore, or the Jugger Chad. He has to be the Jugger Bum. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. Ben ain't no spent force like Smith. He stops a gutless flat bully Junior inside A. Oh, you mean Eubank? It's very possible, man. And what's his name? Conor Bum has got very big, very athletic when he's on the eggs. You know, it's bullshit, man. Yeah, I like random posts. Oxo cube. I'm a vegan, but add a beef oxo cube to rice. That's a that's a good tip if you're cooking. If you're cooking, man. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? Like I said, um, the only reason I'm disappointed with the fight, I wanted a clear winner, and it kind of happened. Although I do think the fight was stopped a bit early, but I just wanted a good fight. It seemed to be like it was just warming up, just warming up, just warming up, and then boom, the big shot got landed by Zhilei Zhang. Now I've got one of my funds, right? And you said apparently Zhilei last time went to Chinatown and he smashed endless Chinese hookers. I don't know if that's true, but Palmer goes, yeah, Chilby, change your name to Chip C, Corey Jackal. Nah, we ain't gonna talk about Corey's blood. Come on, bro. Yeah, Andrew agrees with me. Andrew Bowen. Same thing, I like both, but Joyce was too social and Zhang had no respect for Joyce. I think Joe had a better plan. But I think his chin had been broken, and I think that Zhilei was confident and he was taking time, but it didn't matter to him. He felt, I'm gonna land them shots, I'm gonna knock him out, and you know. Michael Malone, August. I told you that. Oh, about Zhilei with the hookers. It's true, Zhang done what it so. Apparently, when it so that huge, big bang, Zhilei Zhang went to Seoul and smashed all these Chinese hookers. I don't know if that's true, but I quite like the story. Palmer goes, your whole live chat is Corey chat. Come on, bro. No, it isn't, man. Nick, Joyce moved on round one, then forgot about thing two. I thought he did okay in round two. But I expected him to get hit early. I just thought he would push through the hardness, and by round six, Big Bang would be more exhausted. He'd start to come on, but I was wrong, bro. I was wrong. Cal Ched's Joyce has always been so slow. Yes, but he still should have won a gold medal. He still did well as an amateur in WBSS, even though Usyk beat him and stuff. He was still relentless, and he had what's the word? An engine, but what can you say, man? Ultimately, he was facing a big man who was accurate, who had speed, who had power, And, like I said, man, my boy, my boy Disco goes egg fried rice and duck crab. Man, I wish I had all the Chinese. Like all day, I was like looking on forums and looking at posts about the big fight, and everyone kept on making Chinese food, similes or whatnot, metaphors, and I was just like, man, I want to eat some Chinese food. I didn't order it. I wish I had, man. I wish I had. I'd love to be eating some crispy chili beef, some prawn chow mein, this kind of thing. Oh, Joyce is trying to do the brick top shoulder. Oh yeah. As I said, I don't think Joyce started boxing that bad. He just got caught by a few shots, and he got caught by a big shot, and his chin obviously is not what it was. And often you get that in boxing, the chin goes. Right? Now, if anyone can give me a super chat, I ain't no beggar, but like I've been taken demonetized for 9 months, and I'm back in the game. Louis, should be. Where do you stand with Conor Ben? Are you a fan? I thought I answered this. I don't care. I think people cheat all the time. He's one of the most blatant ones. I don't give a rat's ass, really, but I don't want to hate on him. I mean, what, you think Conor Ben's cheating and Gay J isn't? Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna have a katsu pot rice. I don't care if it's Japanese. Same shit. I'm the same, man. Konnichiwa. To me, it's the same shit. And now, you're making me hungry. You're fucking making me hungry, brother. I really want to eat now. Calchez, Joseph Glassjaw. I don't think he's gonna go Glassjaw. I just think it just sits there waiting to be hit. And eventually your chin will crack. You cannot carry on taking all the big shots, man. Cal also says, this is more important, getting J as an exemption for testosterone. Yeah, that's right. That is the allegation. And some people say when he went to fight Ruiz, right, that TV was not valid. I don't know, man. He's clearly a cheat, man. Look at him, man. My boy Modex Mizilis. Joyce was acting like an idiot after ring walk during. Wasn't focused because he didn't believe himself. I have to look at that again. I mean, I'm gentle with Big Joe. I don't think he's disrespectful or dislikable. But I'll have another look, man. Well, this is a bit interesting fight. Ben Castle, Joyce vs. Dubon. Rematch, who wins? Joyce still. Because Dubon is a quitter. He's a pussy hole. He bottles it. He doesn't like the heat. Yeah. He's sitting against Kevin Arena. He took 3 knees. against Joyce. He took a knee, and they said, oh. Well, he had a really bad injury, and that's the story. But no one saw any evidence of this. And then he took a knee against Usyk. So yeah, I think Joyce still got heart, man. Yeah, Peter Juggerbum is down. Yeah, unfortunately now he's the Juggerbum. The Jugger Chad is history. The Juggerbum is tonight. Unfortunately, man. Zhilei. I bang everything. The bum is a high abuse. Yeah, HGH abuser. He's a severe. He's got that thing with the Gage has, which is all these lumps on his hands and on his joints, which is a clear sign of HGH, man. Back in the game, we Tang Zhang ain't nothing to fuck with. Yeah, you know what? I'm just I just disappointed it took so long for him to get in the game because he's like 40 now, man. You know what I'm saying? Martin Smith, hey Chubby, you got that Waco kid impression down with that bottle swing. Take care with that liver. No, actually, that's a good point. I usually give up drinking for a couple of months. I take it up a couple of months, but it's much better to be clean all the time. Definitely. I just live in the basement. I ain't got fucking nothing to do, blood. I ain't got nothing to do. It's boredom. It's self-destruction. It's lack of self-respect. My boy Louis. My boy Louis. Oh, Louis. I said the way to go. In honor of Zhang's bison prawn crackers. Thank you, brother. I'm about some curry sauce with that, if you don't mind. I went to my Just Eat app and I put an order down. I had chicken chow mein, no, pork chow mein, duck chow mein, yeah, curry sauce, crispy chili beef. And I looked at it and it was like £40. I was like, blood clot. I never ordered it. But now I'm going to order it. So thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you, bro. I love chow mein with the noodles and stuff, you know. And I bet Big Zhilei has gone to Chinatown, right? A huge Zhilei. Can you imagine how much he towers over the average Chinese guy? And Big Zhilei goes to Chinatown. Right? He has a huge dinner with chow mein. And then he takes care of business with some local hookers. Ben Carter goes, the audacity of Dubum. So he got cheated out of victory after quitting his rig. Yeah, and if you watch the fight, I've done a video on this. He was clearly a low shot. Regardless of whether people think, oh, it's gonna be the nuts to be a low shot. No, it doesn't. It was in the bladder. But regardless of that, you watch Dubum's face, he knew it was a low hut. He'd be hitting Usyk in the ass, on the thigh. He's a fucking bum. Forget about him. Forget about that bum. Pub. No, I'm going to talk about big jugger bum, big jugger bum. Unfortunately, the jugger chat era is over. And it's replaced by the jugger bum era. Wu Tang Zhang Bang Gang. Yeah, my man's. You got to escape from beans, but I ain't beans. I'm a mother base, but I will escape. And if you look at my videos, I went out to Zone 1. And I was in the club, like a Polish woman, so I'll do it, man. Zone, normally I had a bet on Joyce. I hope it wasn't too much. I had a small bet on Joyce. I had a 10-man bet, 4-1, which was a boosted odds for Joyce to win by stoppage, and I was wrong. So, but hopefully, Nordic hasn't lost a lot of money, man. Mr. Charles goes, and there's the respect. You can never forget those words, how meaningful they are, how beautiful they are. And in my gut, I miss Adam Smith. I miss him. Man, I really want to eat. I've almost had nothing to eat. Yeah? I almost had nothing to eat. As I said, oh, my boy Lee is in the house. Ah, yeah, P3. Oh, thank you, brother. 199. Thank you very much, brother. Gay James, Joyce, PV Battle, the UK pubs. I was still leaning towards Joyce because he's got more heart. He's got more heart. Both of their chins are fractured. They're not great, but Joyce has heart, whereas Gay J is a coward. So yeah, thank you, bro. Nick, I almost had 5-1 rounds, 4-6 for fucks. What do you mean you almost had it? You thought about it? Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it is, man. That's what betting's about, man. You know, you gotta as long as you as long as you're in profit over the year, then that's okay, man. Yeah. Cal Ches, for example, had 50 on Zhang Bang. Well done, bro. What else did you get? Like, I think it's 1.73 on Zhang. 1.73. But my boy Lee's in the house. Even Jumpy, God bless. Yeah, God bless you too, brother. Without further ado, and the bomber tattoo has nothing to do with the Ariana Grande concert. Manchester will never forget. I mean, you just couldn't get any as cringe as that. But oddly, I almost respect him for saying that. Lee, I said ages ago, Gay J would be Joyce, so I'm not changing now. Um, I think it's 50-50 fight now, certainly now, after seeing Joyce's chin get cracked. Maybe it's my heart speaking, but I still think Joe Joyce would be too determined for Gay J. Because Gay J is a coward and he's a pussy hole. Oh, no, I bet on the fight finish round 4-6. Oh, so you put it on. But do you know what? Funny enough, did it? I thought it ended in round 4, round 5. So surely you win, man. But Zhilei, my boy, I haven't heard Tyson recently. Mine Tyson? I don't know. These people are weird. Super Luma Heine kindly gave me a super chat last time. Which camera can I look at to tell Joe Joyce? But he has to finish. There's no point risking your head. There's no point risking your head at this level. It's not just the fights. It's the sparring, right? He's only been boxed since 21, but he sounds retarded. He sounds like a moron. He sounds moronical, like like an imbecile, like the stupidest mother crusher that ever lived. So he's already in trouble. So he needs to sort that out. Lee says proves Hergovich is underrated. Hergovich is a weird one because there's a film of him on YouTube sparring Deontay Wilder and David Hayes' gym, and he looks amazing. I think he got too big. Maybe he fell out of love with boxing. I don't know, man. I don't know, brother. I might did it. It should be. Just say from my friends watching the fight, hey, bro, was surprised how bad Joyce was. Jenny thought he was going to win, but well done, Zhang. I didn't think he was that bad. Like, in the first couple of rounds, he was being very careful, and I think that was a decent approach. And then he started getting hit by a few shots, but I expected that. But I expected that at some point, Zhang would tiny take over, but no. The chin cracked. He got sparked. He got waxed. He got fucking roasted. You can't. The best form of defense is not sticking your chin there, bro. Didn't Hergovich lose his dad for the Zhang fight? Oh yeah, because he didn't give a great performance. Yeah, that's correct. But he didn't look great against what was that guy? Simon McKean. Simon McKean, the Australian guy. He didn't look that great against him. So yeah. Uh, um, I just think Hergovich has lost interest in boxing. And he's too big, probably. A lot of these heavyweights are too big. You look at them, like even like Zhilei, what's the name? Big Bang was 287. That's incredible, man. That's 20 and a half stone. And if you look at him in the Olympics at Camarelli, he was slick. He was quite fast. He had good movement. He got beat, but it's almost like size has become more important, and all these guys start to lose their skills, and they just become sluggy monsters. Oh, Zhilei, I bang everything. Dempsey McKean, that's right, Dempsey McKean. Hergovich looked very poor with his McKean. Zoma says McKean was just coloring whole fire. It's a bit fruity. There's something. Yeah, there's a lot of fruitiness going on. But I mean, McKean tried. I think he just didn't have the skills, the power. But also Hergovich looks poor. It was one of the driest. It was like an 80s heavyweight championship fight, except they weighed 50 pounds more. It was weak, man. Right, I'm going soon, but if anybody wants to give me a super chat, I hate begging off me funds. But if you do, yeah. I've been remonetized. Ali talks boxing. Oh, I'm glad Zhang won. The big China is Usyk would be interesting, lol. If it happens, and this is the problem, of course it'd be very interesting. I mean, imagine Zhang will outweigh Usyk by 67 pounds. Yeah, that's enormous, man. Gay was a lot bigger than him, and he was only 20 pounds bigger. Imagine the 67 pounds. Yeah, I'd be very interested in that fight. But the question is, will it happen? Disco Diva, Moses Itama, future hydro. There's been a lot of hype about him, and he's only 18. And in the amateurs, he had a super record, but he's beating up like juniors. A lot of these guys, they're not filled out yet. Having said that, there's not a lot in the heavyweight division. So there's every chance he could do well. And I quite like his attitude. To be honest with you. Should be Pomo. You back off the Conor Bum going, I'm not standing up for it, blood. I'm going to cut whatever I can find. And I wish I had all of that Chinese now from Zhilei Zhang. But yeah, nah, man. I watched it tomorrow, man. Man did it. Mo's big lad for 18. Let's see what. I don't even believe he's 18. He looks like 35, bro. Zoma, his name isn't even Moses Enrico. That's correct. It's Enrico Itama. But he changed his name to Moses. I think he's quite Christian. But there's something very odd about the whole situation. I think the heavyweight division is so weak that anyone with a bit of skill could do well. Who is there? Apart from, once you got past the 30-year-old guys, who is there? There's like Ricardo Torres, Jared Anderson, Bakode Jalolo, and Moses Satama. That's it. Yeah, that's not doing well, man. My boy Louis. Should be keeping it real with the live stream. Respect. Oh, thank you, brother. Much love, man. It's great to see me funds. Milan. Gonna need some performance enhancers to be standing up for that bum. What on? Yeah, he doesn't interest me enough to stay up. It doesn't interest me enough. The only fights I stay up for are like the big ones. And I mean like, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, people like that. Lethal Sports, Max Jenkins. Oh, I stay up for Max Jenkins fight. No. Right, guys, listen. All right, hang on, Ben. Do you think Ricky Gorman could go some of the heavyweight division? I haven't seen enough of his fights. I watched one of his fights, but probably not. I'm sorry. He looked a bit chubby. These days, you've got to be on point at all times if you're going anywhere. Like Nathan Gorman, but Nathan Gorman got skills. You know, he's got pedigree, but he clearly is more interested in eating. And really, that's it, man. Could you reckon Moses time as a France French guesser? I mean, nothing would surprise me these days. Lee, Sonny is moving up to heavyweight. Yeah, he'd kill everyone. He'd fucking kill everyone. That's right. He'd outbox Zhang. Right, guys, I'm going to get my head down. I'm going to get my food on. I don't even know what I got, man. I wish I'd ordered the Chinese, but it's great to see you guys. It was a bit of a shocker tonight. A bit of a shocker. Um, I just I thought if Joyce would be stopped, he wouldn't be bowled over, but he was. He was. He was. Let's hope we get, some Zhang, these Usyk or Fury fights. Palmer goes later. Yes, brother. Take care, guys. Love you all. No homo. All right. I love me fans. Thank you for all the super chats. It's been super. Great stream. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm tired, bro. But it's great to see me fans. Take care, guys.